afternoon. You've tuned into Money Control. I'm Karunya Rao. With me is Manisha Gupta, who's tracking very closely all the action that's happening in the commodity space. Is it action or is it, in the cryptocurrency space, is it action or should I call it bloodbath?
You could be calling it a crash. I mean, there's a lot of meltdown, there's a lot of words for that, but clearly, I was just talking to somebody and they said that out of all those 20,000 or 30,000 cryptocurrencies that are out there, 95%, at least 95% of them are experiments. So you really have to understand on whether you are an investor in a serious project or are you trying to be a part of an experiment which can work or may not work. And Terra, what is in the middle of all of this mess clearly seems to be an experiment because it's an algorithmic stable coin. Stable coins, first of all, are not mined, and they are not a proof of work or proof of stake. They are backed by a collateral. They are pegged to something which is a traditional asset, which can be a dollar, it can be gold, it can be real estate, it can be a government paper for that matter. But Terra is an algorithmic stable coin, which means it's backed by a formula. And it is in conjunction to Luna, and we have seen a complete sell-off in case of Luna, which has come to zero now, by the way, a 99.7% of a decline. And because Terra is backed by Bitcoin, so to ensure that Terra doesn't fall, Bitcoin is being sold, and that clearly seems to have created a mess into the markets.
Complete mess. Yeah. And what I mean, isn't that the opposite of what stable coin means? I mean,
not stable at all.
Not stable at all. And even Bitcoin, which is one of the biggest or the biggest cryptocurrency, that has seen a massive sell-off, 50% off the all-time high. Talk to us about why such a frenzy is taking place right now. Why is everybody selling all possible cryptocurrencies?
So let's not blame cryptocurrencies alone on that, because every other asset class is getting sold, and cryptocurrencies get sold or bought even more because one, it's a 24/7 market, it's very volatile, and you have a global participation into this. So yes, we have seen more decline come in for cryptocurrencies, but the sell-off also comes in on the back of the fact that you are looking at one cryptocurrency being sold, and that has created a rout in the other markets as well. Sometimes, Karunya, as we speak, that it is a cause and effect as well. People are trying to pay their margins in equity, so they are selling commodities, and then the currencies are getting sold, and then cryptos are getting sold. It always is that cycle as well into the markets there. And when it comes to cryptocurrencies, and I want to talk about Terra yet again, because that really is the main reason here, pinpoint here. And the point is, it is the largest algorithmic cryptocurrencies. It is the third largest stable coin. It is one of the top 15 cryptocurrencies in the world. And if that starts to behave like this, then yes, there is some pain that you will be looking at into the market. But even now, if you are looking at a Bitcoin and the kind of sell-off that we've seen in other cryptocurrencies, so a Solana or a Cardano is down 30 to 40%, but Bitcoin is down 15%. So you have to give it to that one.
So what happens next? I mean, I saw a tweet by Nitin Kamath which says that what if the mining cost actually exceeds the cost of this Bitcoin? Are we looking at such a possibility?
So the markets do believe that we haven't seen a bottom of this yet, and if we are expecting the equity markets to decline further from here, then we are looking at cryptocurrency markets to decline even more from here. So if we are talking about strength in US dollar and further interest rate hikes and the yields coming off and the fact that there are concerns about recession and further sell-off into the markets, then yes, we are looking at another 20-30% of a cut from here on as well in cryptocurrencies. Ouch. We've made a low of 25,000 already, and European markets are yet to start trading in full swing. US is yet to open. They will come back and react to this as well. So the levels that I'm hearing into the market right now are 20, 18, 15, 10 perhaps where we could be looking at, and that is where you could be looking at some flurry. So from where we are looking at the markets right now, I think it is still not done.
So the big question I'm sure in the minds of all retail investors is that should we buy right now? Now that you are saying that it could go down to 10K, or should they exit and completely get out of whatever they can save?
So if you listen to technical charters, they are saying that this market is oversold. Clearly it is oversold from the kind of way it's done, but the momentum is still on the lower side. If things change tomorrow, if there is a statement that we always live in these ifs and buts, but the way the sell-off is coming, and you track equity so closely, you're still expecting the equity markets to slide some more further. So that is exactly what we are working in sense of an explanation for cryptocurrencies as well. If you bought not low, if you are a long-term holder, if you are not panicking at these levels, you might just continue to hold these cryptocurrencies. But if you want to if you want to buy fresh right now, perhaps you could wait some more, because there is some more slide coming in.
Okay, well, it's looking very spooky. It's looking very scary right now. But let's see how the action in the crypto markets pans out. This is what Manisha has to sound off, what she's picked up from a host of experts. Guys, it's your decision at the end of the day. But lots happening. We'll see how it pans out. But for now, it's all that we have on today's edition on Commodities Chat on cryptocurrencies. Thank you so much for joining in. We'll be back at 1 tomorrow again.